So we expect Senator Rubio to be confirmed on the 20th. That's the hope and expectation. And national security is a great card to play to say the president needs his team in place. I think now the base case is the most likely outcome here is that Hegseth could be confirmed on the 20th as well. What does this team do about the senators who have not yet declared? What do they do about the Senator Curtis? What do they do about Murkowski and Collins and McConnell? Do they work them now? How does that happen?
I have not, Mark. I did the 2024 campaign and I was a senior advisor on that and worked on 2020. Since the election happened, I am not part of the transition and
Yeah,
haven't been involved in any of these briefings. So this is all speculation on my
yeah,
part. I want to say that right up front.
yes, sir.
I would think that there's no reason not to have those communications starting right now. The hearing is fresh. He did very well in that hearing. Why not go to these fence-sitting Republican senators, if they are indeed fence-sitting Republican senators, and reach out and touch them now? I think Pete Hegseth really did himself a lot of, and I know Pete a little bit, fairly well, from dealing with Fox and all that in his role at Fox and Friends. And I knew he was going to be impressive in this hearing. I anticipated that he would be, and they should capitalize on that and go out and touch the Republican senators that they think might still be sitting on the fence. And I think that what the mistake that the Democrats made is that, from the perspective of the American people, I would think that Americans would look at this. Let's say you're an independent, and Americans would look at this and say, gosh, didn't we just have a whole campaign about this kind of stuff? And this is the way I look at it. The Democrats have come to the end of a 9-year messaging program during which they woke up every single day and told America and the world that Donald Trump was a bad guy because he's an authoritarian, he's a racist, he's a sexual predator, he's a fascist, he's all these horrible things that they say about him. And what was the end result? He won. He got elected to the presidency again. This has got to be regarded as the greatest communication failure in the history of world politics, a 9-year campaign that failed. And so after that, Trump wins the election. He won all 7 battleground states. They move on to this process now. And what are they doing? It looks like, to me, they're running the election all over again in mini form because they lost the first time and they're just getting their frustrations out. This is not a good look. That's not what the opposition party should really be doing here. I think if the Democrats want to try to dig out of a hole, they try to find a way to look a little bit more constructive instead of, yelling. They begin their questioning yelling, and then it only gets worse from there. It would have been far more effective to exhibit some sort of calmness or some ability to be able to control your temper. And none of those Democratic senators seemed to be able to do that right as soon as they were acknowledged by the chair that it was their turn.